Sure. Okay. Aw. Okay. To your favorite time. Aw. That's really nice. Anyway, what's happening, Ice Cubes? My name is Matty Icedq, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. It is finally time for me to play the Ultra Deluxe. And I have to say, um,
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
sounds like my life.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
That's what you do.
Stanley was happy.
Find the good and the bad in your job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
I wonder.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you saved my progress. But yeah, I've actually played quite a bit of this again. Because I wanted to get to the new stuff. But I have to say, the 2 hours that I spent playing this game, again, for the first time in years, I think it's been almost 2 years since I played this game, I absolutely loved every fucking minute of it. The jokes are still funny, the meta humor is still fantastic, the narrator is perfect. I love it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do it.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
But yeah, I've gotten the whiteboard ending, the main ending. I have not gotten the normal completion ending. Yeah, that's the new content. There is one more
When Stanley
ending.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
One
and
more
Stanley
ending I
knew
want to
it
get
perfectly
before I
well.
move on.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is it?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
You're good, man. Take your time.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
Everybody close your eyes.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is the new content door shut now? Yeah.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Absolutely.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
God, I fucking love this game.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure. Why not?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Nope.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I fucking love that.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Aww.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
That's fair.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
All I did was push forward and click a few buttons.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, wait, hold on, wait. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Trademark. The line. Trademark.
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
TM. No, we're leaving it up to the line now.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Possibly.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh yeah! Okay, I'm good. Sorry, I'm just having fun reliving old moments. Oh no.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Any of it? Ding, 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 ding. Ah, we'll just move forward.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Right.
We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Fuck yeah.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready. I'm so fucking ready.
Oh, no, not you again.
TM.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I I saw it. Curious where it goes. See, I know there's ways to go outside the map.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
Since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Right.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
To destiny.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me...
Find the line again.
That's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Find a bookstore?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
Damn it!
The cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
I'm so pissed!
Know?
I almost got 18, 19, 20. Are you fucking kidding me? I was 15 milliseconds off? Or 5? I can't do math. My brain is frazzled.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
I'm sure.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
God, I fucking love this game. Alright,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Who knows?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
See, we've been waiting...
Well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, we've been waiting for, like, a Stanley Parable 2 for 10 years. I think people need to realize that, because there were 2 different versions of this game. There was the original, which was, I believe it was a Game Jam game, and then it was released into a full game, which was the version that I played first. I never played the original. I remember watching years and years and years ago, watching Markiplier play it back in 2012, 10 years ago. God, I feel old saying that. But now here we are in 2022, almost 10 years later, and we finally have more, which is essentially a whole new game. Like, for a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say that it's basically a whole new game.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
The only thing I've seen is the bucket.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Please.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Oh my god. This is revolutionary. I've never been able to jump in a game before.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yes, there has to be.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
What are you talking about?
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Just listening to the narrator complain and groan about the game itself just gives me this sense of nostalgia I haven't felt in ages. I love it. Not since I started playing WoW Classic.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Or
and
22.
Don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
That's
what
actually
quality
true.
assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Wait, hold on.
No frills.
Wait.
No gimmicks.
No.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Oh, wait, yeah.
What do you say, friend?
Fuck yeah. Dude.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
An exciting new adventure? Uh-oh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Bro, I'm having flashbacks to Dark Souls. What the fuck?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Dude!
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
They did.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, that's the original Stanley Parable Steam page. Man, I just got really sad. There it is. Oh god, Clicks? Does anybody remember Clicks? Let's begin again. The mind control facility. I need to replay that ending. The first dollar. That's the original. Oh. I was just talking about it. That's the original start screen. Unachievable. Don't play for 5 years. Game innovation. Debut game. Story.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It's not
It
wrong.
was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Narrative excellence. Yeah, we also need to recognize that this guy, this narrator, oh god, I can't even remember his name. Kevin? No, I need to look this up. I want to get his name. Kevin Brighting. I was right. His name is Kevin. Kevin Brighting is an absolute fucking genius. He was the perfect choice for this game, and he has now become permanently cemented in gaming history as one of the best narrators of all time. Memory zone maintenance. That's where I'd be going. I worked maintenance for a very, very long time. Hey, it's Stanley. Oh, are these the cube maps for the game? The original remake. The end is never the end. Yeah, that's right. The original remake. Because you guys, like I said before, you guys need to remember, the Stanley Parable was already a game before it came out in 2013. They just made a better one in 2013.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No. Oh, God.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
He
but
did.
The game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
He did. If I remember correctly, he did write some of these gags. I might not be remembering correctly. Don't hold me to that. Oh, no.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
I would never.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh, no.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on... well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
Yes.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer.
Oh,
and my
no.
God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely
Yeah, I
gone.
noticed.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
But...
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is...
Oh.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their
Oh my God.
The end is never the end, is never
Yes!
the end, is never 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 the end.
I've always wanted to hear him say that line. Always.
End is never the end, is never.
Oh, I think I get it. Hey. Dude.
Yes.
stop. It...
All of his co-workers
Wow.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Please do. Please do. I can't wait. Oh, we're at the elevator again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
I agree.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
I know,
An entirely
right?
new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many
Taste the
possibilities.
sequel.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I mean, you're not wrong. People have been thinking about a Stanley Parable 2 for
Calling
a
it the
decade.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
New features, you say? I would very much like to see those.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The bucket! Yes, I want my bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
It's a bucket!
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
I agree.
Come on, give it a try.
Give me.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I have bucket!
I fucking
Does
love
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Hear your name in the game? Uh-oh.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I mean, that depends on who you ask. Please screw it up.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for...
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
I'm sorry, Kevin.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No!
Jim.
It clipped through the floor. Also, I like how the bucket makes noises. Oh.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece. It has to be this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2
Fuck
as well.
yeah.
It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Aww. Well, fine. The button that says Jim.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Free achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Can I use my bucket to fix it? There's gotta be more to this, right? Okay, fine. Oh my god.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. Just like your mom. Please laugh. Ooh. Hole, depth, space, more hole, infinity, question mark, science, falling more, educational use only.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? It's infinite.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't
Why
say
don't
anything.
we just put
I
all
just
this
laughed.
behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Yeah.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Thank you.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Mostly infinite hole. See, this is why this game is the best. This is the greatest game ever created. And I fucking adore it. Find them, you can find them, you can find them. Collect them all. Collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life. God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I think that's everything. Oh, I can't leave. So maybe not everything. Oh yeah, I didn't go look at the merch. What am I missing? The epilogue, the gym button. Was that door open before? Or is this just the epilogue room? I don't remember. Yeah, this is just the epilogue room. Interesting. It's also really freaking dark. I'm clearly missing something. Can I fall down the infinite hole again? That would actually be funny.
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of the day.
No way. What is this game? I need to Yes!
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. I don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle-pip. Oh, that's good. Please go again. Please do it again. Please do it again. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Is the gym button back? The perfect button. I'm so disappointed. Oh my god. I'm not disappointed in the slightest. This is the greatest game ever created. I fucking love this game. I think that door is still closed, so I'm not even gonna bother. The reassurance bucket. God, I love my bucket. I can't put it back, so. Oh my god.
Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
But oh, I can't go further in there. Okay. So what am I missing? Oh, this is the exit. Oh.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I
Ready to move
have.
on now?
Yes. I loved every minute of it.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I love
Yes, I
all of
know
them.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
I believe
There's
it.
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Bucket?
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Oh, no.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
That's fair.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Please.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
You didn't.
Oh my god. I might cry. I might cry. This is great.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's the...
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! I have the bucket! Wait, is the achievement thing still here? I've already done it, but please tell me the dialogue is still here.
Oh, please.
Yes!
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left, to go back to the meeting room.
Wait.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I mean, it's too late to say no.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking.
I wasn't.
Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it.
Don't
But
we
there
all?
isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here.
Please,
Let's take a look.
please do. Please do. Do it.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
I believe yes.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
Go for it.
Good. This saying is a perfect
I'm Dunny
example
with
of
the
expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Is this what's happening outside of this office?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Oh my god. This is... I'm gonna cry. I might cry.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the
They
delivery.
literally
You'll be in
redid
stitches.
every
A
single
talking
ending.
bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king
I
of
cannot
comedy.
believe
That's
it.
what you'll call me. Thank
I
goodness
can't
we have the
believe it.
instructional
They
video.
literally...
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right
They
now.
literally remade
Well, I
the
wouldn't be
game,
the king
and
of
I don't
comedy,
know
that's
how to
for sure.
feel.
The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Yeah, please don't. The bucket spoke. I love the voice he did for the bucket. That was great. I fucking love this game. I can't understate how much I fucking love this game. Oh my god.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
No.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No.
It's exactly the same.
Here we go. You ready?
No.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on
I'm
the
not
left.
ready. I'm not ready for the game to end.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready?
Really?
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
I can't believe it. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is 1.06. Oh my god. This is a legitimate sequel, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. I can't believe it. You want to know what's worse? They've marketed it as Ultra Deluxe Edition, as it's just extra content, but it's an entirely new sequel slapped right on top of the original. Who fucking does that? God damn it. I can't believe it. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I want to see what happens. Yep. I can't believe this. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm completely speechless. I wasn't expecting this at all. I haven't seen anything, I haven't read anything, I haven't looked at anything for the game. I just assumed, like everyone else who probably played it, that it was just more content for the game. And it blew me away. It's blown me away. I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back and play again to get every single ending again. Because that's what I did with the original. I played every single ending. I made 3 videos out of this. And they were all over an hour long. I'm gonna have to do it again. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I'm gonna have to get the new endings. I want to get everything. I actually want to play this again. This is how you reinvigorate your game. You don't put in DLC packs. You don't do battle passes. You don't put in a store. You just make the game bigger and better. You improve the game from its basest foundations and make those foundations even better. Just like the Stanley Parable. These developers are geniuses, and they deserve to be funded for the next 50 years. I hope and pray. I hope and pray that everything else lives up to the expectation that I have. Because now it's sky high. I have super high expectations because every little memory of the Stanley Parable came flooding back as soon as I realized what we were about to do. I did not expect the whole sequel baiting meta to actually turn into the Stanley Parable 2. I'm blown away. I legitimately thought I was going to cry for a minute because I realized what was happening. I realized what direction we were going, and when this screen popped up, I basically almost threw my hands up in the air and quit. I was like, you can't be fucking serious. But they were serious. Whew! I can't wait. I can't wait. So thank you all so much for watching. That is all the time I have for tonight. Unfortunately, there won't be another new video for a very, very long while. However, hopefully I've taken my due diligence to take whatever time that I did have to edit this video accordingly. I'm ready. I'm ready to play more. I still want to play more, but it's 8 at night and I have to work tomorrow, so... Oh, I love this game. I absolutely adore this game. I can't say that about a lot of games anymore. I absolutely fucking adore this game. And it... Because the thing was, once we started walking into the memory lane place, I've already forgotten what the name of it is. That just shows how much I was paying attention. I was too busy talking about other things while we were there. Was that it made me realize how far the gaming development has actually gone, and how it's all turned into pay to win, battle pass stores that don't revolve around improving the game anymore, and it's all about making money. And I'm not saying that a game developer can't make money. I am 100% okay with a game studio making money from the game they develop. But the game has to be good. It has to be good. You cannot overpromise on something and not deliver, because that is only going to estrange your gaming community around you from your studio and push people away and go to other studios to play their games. It's what's happened to Blizzard, it's what's happened to Activision, it's what's happened to Bethesda, it's what's happened to practically almost every big name game development studio. This has happened to. I think EA and Blizzard are probably the biggest culprits, and Bethesda is just more popular because they did it worse. With Fallout 76. It happened to the developer of No Man's Sky, where they overpromised and shot higher than they could actually reach. But the difference between that and any of those in No Man's Sky is that No Man's Sky actually got better. And a lot of those other games just didn't, and they got worse. And I think... I don't know. I don't think you need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to make the wheel spin faster. You need to make the wheel spin more efficiently. You need to make the wheel be a better wheel. You don't need to completely change the wheel. You just need to make it work better. And the better your wheel works, the more people are going to like your wheel over the old wheel. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it off on. See, I have lots of random thoughts about stuff like that all the time. I blame Asmongold, because I've been, ever since the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial that he had been helping to cover and follow, I've been watching all of his stuff on his YouTube. One of these days I'm probably going to pop into his Twitch and hang out in his Twitch chat for a while. But I blame Asmon for getting me to think about all these things a lot more, because I've done my due diligence now. I've done my research. Instead of just playing games and experiencing it, I'm also doing my due diligence and researching it myself and understanding just how far a lot of these places have fallen. But this gives me hope. This game right here, this game gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, game developers, or game studios, because it's not the developers themselves, it's usually the studio, the higher-ups in the studios that make these shitty decisions. They're so out of touch from their communities and the games that they are embroiled in, that they just think people like the games just because they have the names attached to them and they have the aesthetic. It's why WoW is failing. It's why Bethesda is failing. It's why EA is failing, while other studios are thriving. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Click the links in the description below for more videos that I've done, as well as the YouTubers I've worked with. And I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come. You thought me killed, dead and done. Soon you shall be the fallen one. The skies grow, the flames burn bright. None shall escape the horseman's sight. The town still burns, a cleansing fire. Time is short, I'll soon retire. Soldiers arise, stand and fight. Bring victory at last to this fallen knight. This end have I reached before. What new adventure lies in store?